So after a few days staying at the Yallinga Beach Caravan Park, very nice, ideal for small caravans down by the ocean tables and barbecues, where you can sit there, watch the sun go down, watching the brave surfers out in the water. Fantastic couple of days there before we moved on to Conto Campground, which is about 60 kilometres further south. Quite a good road in. Apparently the government have spent lots of money at Conto upgrading it just for us. So we did a lap and picked out a camp spot. Lots of them have great shade as well. We stayed in an area called Quenda, which is for caravans and camper trailers, and found a nice one with a little bit of afternoon shade. Set up our place and we headed off to explore. And the first thing we see is these little things here. There's quite a few of them, very sizey things too, I must add. I would hate to upset one of them. So this place is called Merchant Rock. It's a couple of k's drive from Conto Campground, and yeah, some nice formations there. You can have a little bit of fun, you know, on the rocks, clambering over the rocks and trying to wash people off the rocks with those mysterious king waves. This is a nice split rock, split in a couple of directions, quite an interesting one too. You can climb all over it, and you know, it's all dry there on a nice day. It's nice and warm as well. Have a bit of fun there.
I'm not sure what you do.
I can't go any further, that's it. I'm coming down.
And there's a nice little road that leads down to a car park where you can go fishing, swimming, a bit of cape to caping. Really worth it. It's a beautiful part of the Cape to Cape too. You can go for a couple of hours to the north, overlooking this ocean most of the time. Beautiful views all the way, beautiful colours out there, even on a windy day. Indeed, when the wind is up, the flies stay away, as you can see. And every now and again you come across a seat that's dedicated to a local, and you can just sit down there, have a bit of lunch and enjoy the view. That's looking back at the surfing and fishing beach, and I did go fishing without any luck whatsoever. Caught one stingray which I had to release. They've added some you know, areas that are quite steep. They've put some posts in to try and contain the sand and make it a little bit easier to climb. But it's a great walking track. You know, some of it is up round head high, shielded by the wind, and every now and again you can pop your head up, have a look at that beautiful ocean again. Just so lucky to have it. And there's another one of these big lizards. I don't know what they're called, but they don't seem to worry you. They're not worried at all. This is the part of the walk we did. Bit of a track from Conto Campground right up to Sid's place. So driving through the Boron forest, it's fantastic, you know. There's little stop-off spots here and there where you can park your car, go for a walk down a never-ending track that seemed to be everywhere. You could easily get lost on a cloudy day, I would imagine.
I'm videoing the nice trees.
You know, walking down the tracks, you can hear the birds. They're everywhere. You just can't seem to see many of them. The little buggers are hiding and flitting around having a bloody ball. And then we ended up at the lookout at the end of Boron Road, which is fantastic. You can see that beautiful canopy of the Karri forest going down to the farmland way off in the distance, and that's looking like north and east. And then off to the west, panning around to the west, there's that rugged Indian Ocean. So then I had to hop on the old mountain bike, and believe it or not, I was on the Cape to Cape track, which I shouldn't have been on it with a bicycle. No one saw me, so it didn't happen.
Glad I didn't run over you though.
Anyway, I basically kept heading south, got a little bit lost, I must admit, didn't have a clue where I was. I didn't have my map there, so just heading south. I found some, four-wheel drive tracks, which I went down. Some sandy spots, rough spots, good spots, and I ended up
Just started
on
to
a
rain,
little
so I
bit
must
of,
have
the
to
Boron up road
shelter for a
again.
little while under this tree here. The wind is still blowing. I might change my mind and try and get to Boron Up Beach. See how I go. I'm running out of daylight though. Whoa, just about there, dear.
So yeah, back on Boron Up Drive. How fantastic is this? You know, the only thing I didn't do was tell anyone where I was going, which is a cardinal sin if you're cycling in a forest. I think if I would have fallen and broken a bone, the dingoes could have got me, anything could have got me. So if you're ever going into a forest, give somebody a plan of what the deal is. It's just that I love getting lost in a forest. It is fantastic. There's so many beautiful trees. You can imagine the yacht masts that the old sailors could have got out of this forest had they known it was there. And of course there's a big area there full of these fantastic black boys, very, very old I would imagine. I don't know how old they grow, but what a sight they were.
That was hell.
Giving you up for lost.
So there you go, Conto Campground, a very nice place. Whether you've got a caravan or a tent, there's plenty of spaces to camp. Lots to see and lots to do.